Hello friends! Today, let's talk about 100 comic book keys under $100 that would be fantastic to add to your collection. I don't want to waste time rambling on an intro because we have 100 books to get through and I want to go through fast. I will include a price. It is not for a specific grade. It's not for a 9.8. It is just a good condition copy that I would be happy to own. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with one of my personal favorite characters, Booster Gold #1, first appearance of Booster Gold and Skeets. You can get a good copy of this book for like $50. Action Comics number 521. This is the first appearance of Vixen. Again, good copy of this book, only like $20. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21. This one is really cool because the newsstand edition and the direct edition are actually different. This book is the wedding of Peter and MJ. On one cover, it is Peter and MJ and their friends and family behind them, and on the other one, it is him dressed as Spider-Man with all of his like heroes and foes behind him. These are really easy to find and they run you about $20 for a nice copy. DC Superstar 17. This is the first appearance of Huntress, but it's one of those books where like it kind of depends on who you ask which book their first appearance is. I personally adore this one and it runs you about $45. But if you want a first cameo of Huntress that's a little cheaper, All-Star Comics 69, nice, will only run you about $25. Avengers 144 is the first appearance of Hellcat, who I adore, and that's only about $30. Keeping on Avengers, we have Avengers 257, and that is the first appearance of Nebula. She's in the movies now. Everyone knows her, and this book is decades old, and still a nice copy. $20. Nova 8, first appearance of Cosmo, the talking space dog. We all love her. This has spiked up a little bit because of the movies, but still about $25. Batman 357, this is first Jason Todd. He becomes Robin, he becomes Red Hood, and first full second cameo of Killer Croc, who I adore. Surprising to me, good copies of this will run you about $50. But more importantly, Batman 567, first appearance of Cassandra Cain, we'll say that'll run you $60, just a little more than Jason. Cassandra becomes Batgirl, Orphan. She's personally one of my favorite Batgirls. I really like what's happening with her right now, specifically on Birds of Prey. Batman 655 is first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne, Bruce's son, and he becomes Robin. Honestly, he's my favorite Robin. As Robin specifically, though. Those will run you about $35, or you could go for Batman 656, which is the first full appearance of him, which is also about $35. And a book I adore, Batman 666. Look at how metal this cover is. First appearance of Professor Pig. First time that you get to see Damian being Batman. The story is awesome. These characters are killer. And it only runs you about $30. And of course, to give Cassandra some more love again, Batman, Legends of the Dark Knight, number 120. This is the first time that she dons the mantle of Batgirl. It's only like $15. Really great key to grab for her. Birds of Prey number 76. This is the first appearance of Black Alice, and I feel like they've been throwing her into a lot of stuff recently. Literally, $10. You can find this book in dollar bins all the time. Brightest Day number 4 is the first appearance of Jackson Hyde, Aqualad. Kind of a fun newer character that I feel like has gone under the radar in like recent years, but a very good character. Literally $5. Again, another great book to go digging for dollar bins. Champions number 1. This is the first Champions team. I just love this era of Marvel. I think it's so fun. And it's only a $20 book. This one can be a little harder for me to find nice though, just because of the colors on the cover. I believe this book was actually originally supposed to be like a buddy road trip story too, which is kind of fun. Detective Comics number 583. I love this cover. This is the first appearance of Ventriloquist and Scarface. It's about $30. I find them for like $10 and $20 all the time. Detective Comics 608. Everyone I know seems to love Anarchy. I guess need to read more Anarchy books. But this book you can find very easily for like $10, $15. Detective Comics 647. This is the first appearance of Stephanie Brown. She is one of the things that got me into comics. I was really invested in this era of Batman. I used to dig for this all the time. So I got a huge soft spot for it. And it's only a $10 book. Stephanie's a character that becomes Spoiler, she becomes Batgirl, and she's really fun, but I'm totally biased. And of course, if we're talking Stephanie Brown, Batman 436 is the first appearance of Tim Drake. I adored him, and again, this is what got me into comics, was him and Steph. I loved them, and they did date, if you weren't aware. He's someone I wish they were doing more stuff with right now in the comics, though, because I loved him. Book is really easy to find. It's like $15, and it's everywhere. Now to fast forward a few decades, Detective Comics 1034. This is the first cameo appearance of Flatline. She is like on a TV screen in the background. I'll put a panel of it right here, but I I love her, so I wanted to include it. She is fantastic. I love what they do with her and Damien. I grab any book that I see that she's gonna be in, and I really hope they continue to utilize her. But this book is like 10 bucks. Doorway to Nightmare, number 1. This is one of those books that like ebbs and flows in value a lot, in my opinion. This is first Madame Xanadu, and right now you can get it for like $20. Final Crisis, Rage of the Red Lanterns, number 1. This is the first appearance of Dexter. If you don't know who Dexter is, it's one of the comic characters with probably the most sad origin. Like, he's a villain, but like you read his origin and you're like, yeah, that's fine, buddy. You can be a villain. That makes sense. Actually, you're okay. But Dexter, very fun, very tragic villain. He's a Red Lantern. He's a cat. And you can get this first appearance for $10. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to find this one. I feel like, you know, I mean, how often are people ordering a lot of like spin-offs of current events? Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 3. This is first appearance of Killer Frost. Literally surprising me, just like a $20 book to keep along with Firestorm, because I honestly love the older Firestorm runs. Firestorm, number 1. This is the first appearance of Firestorm. I love when a first appearance has a good like first cover of the character. This makes sense because, you know, it's the namesake of the title, but I still like these kind of firsts. I mean, as you can tell with the books behind me, I have a Batman 181, first Poison Ivy. She's right front and center. We got Showcase 79? 79, I'm sorry. First Dolphin. That's not Silver Surfer's first appearance, but I love that he's right there. Yeah, I love that. But regardless, you can get a first Firestorm. Nice condition, good cover for like $40. Same trend, Nova number 1. First appearance of Nova. About $60 right now. I could definitely see Nova being used a lot in future MCU stuff and seeing the spike back up. This has also gone between the like $20 and $100 range quite a bit in the last few years. Thor 411, this is the first New Warriors. This is one that kind of often gets under like speculator lenses, so sometimes it shoots up a bit, but right now you can grab it for like $10. I find it in like $2 bins all the time. Amazing Spider-Man number 4. This is from like 2014. This is the first appearance of Silk. Very cool Spider-Man character. And this book is volatile as hell. Right now, you can find it for like $50, $75. A year ago, that would have been $200. This book is all over the place. Right now, they're not really talking about her being in something, but I wouldn't be surprised if that would change. It's one of those books where I have a few copies that I won't sell right now because I feel like I don't mind losing out on fictional $70 if I don't want it, but I feel like it'll jump much higher. Cool book, cool character. She's a fan favorite. People love Silk. Green Lantern 20. This is the first cameo appearance of Jessica Cruz. I love Jessica Cruz. She becomes a Green Lantern. They play with a fun thing with like agrophoria with her. She's really cool. Slight spoilers for future Green Lantern stuff, but she's dipped her toes into being a Yellow Lantern, and I love when they utilize her like that. She's very cool. But this one you can grab for like $20. You can also get Justice League number 31. This is the first full Jessica Cruz. The last one, it was kind of like a cameo of her as a Green Lantern. This one is like a second cameo, if I'm correct. But again, $15, sick character. But if you don't want all those convoluted first appearances, go for Green Lantern 201 to get first Kilowog, my baby. I love this era of like Green Lantern stuff. I think it's really fun. And this book in good condition will pop you about $30. Iron Man, what? Oh, I didn't realize this was behind me. Fun fact, this was the first graded comic I ever got. This is Iron Man 128, the iconic Demon in a Bottle storyline. This book is fantastic, great story, great cover. This is about Tony Stark's battle with alcoholism. Good copy, this will run you about $70. That was really convenient. I didn't think about, I just put like cool books behind me. I wasn't thinking about which ones. The Cat number 1, first Cat Greer. She becomes Tigra. I love Tigra. This one will set you back about $50, but if you more specifically like Tigra, like me, Giant Sized Creatures number 1, this is the first time that she is Tigra, and this is about $40. I honestly don't see this book that often either. I feel like a lot of people don't realize it's a key. Marvel Spotlight 32, first Spider-Woman. This is Jessica Drew. This book I have a huge soft spot for, and this one is about $70. You know, it's got that dark cover, so it's a little harder to find in like a nice grade that I would want it in. Now, extremely timely for right now. Hey, timely because it's technically Marvel and okay, bad joke. Marvel Superheroes Winter Special. This is the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. She's really hot because she is in the Marvel Rivals video game, which is really fun if you haven't played it, but a lot of characters in that have spiked up like crazy. Check out first appearance of Jeff the Landshark in, I believe it's West Coast Avengers number 7 from the Kelly Thompson run. I've always grabbed that book out of dollar bins, didn't realize it was like $150, $200 till now. But this book is still hot because of Rivals, so I do think it'll probably settle unless she gets straight into movies again. You can find it for about $70. Also, like, you should read this, it's really funny. It was a satirical character created by Murray and Steve Ditko, and she defeats Doctor Doom in this first issue. It's really fun. She does definitely look different from her first appearance to what she looks like in the comics from a few years ago versus what she looks like in Marvel Rivals. But I love her run with Ryan North and the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I love Squirrel Girl. X-Men number 130 is the first appearance of Dazzler. This was like really steaming up because people thought that she was going to be in Deadpool Wolverine. It was a whole thing. People were really thinking that Taylor Swift will play her, or would play her at least in that movie, but I know people still really want Taylor Swift to play her. She's a disco-themed mutant. She is very fun, and this one right now is about $80, which again, kind of surprised it's so high right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down before she's actually used in anything on screen. X-Men 244 is first appearance of Jubilation Lee. I'm surprised always that this book is so cheap. Nice copies, like $30. She's like a main member of the X-Men. She's all over the cartoon and everything. I'm very surprised always at how cheap this book is. Avengers Annual 10 is the first appearance of Rogue, one of those characters that was supposed to appear in something else and things got moved around. This is her first appearance, $70. This definitely can get like tears at the bottom and top of the book just because it's a little thicker. It's an annual, but not a bad buy at all. Miss Marvel number 16, this is first appearance of Raven Darkholm, who becomes Mystique. These will run about $40. If you want her first appearance as Mystique, you can find that over in Miss Marvel number 18, if you're willing to pay a little bit of a premium. That one's gonna be about $65. You can also grab Miss Marvel number 1. This is the first time that Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel, and you can get a good copy for about $60. Marvel Tales number 1, you can get the first appearance of Spider-Ham, Peter Porker. This is about $40. I'm surprised it's not a little more, because he's pretty popular in the Spider-Verse movies, but this whole run is full of very silly Marvel-themed animal characters. Marvel Team Up 95 features an extremely underrated character in my opinion, Mockingbird. She was used briefly in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, and you can literally grab this book for like $20. If you're a fan of other strong powerhouse women, Mr. Miracle number 4 for first appearance of Big Barda. These will run you about $60. It's a bit of an older book, and also Mr. Miracle and Big Barda are fantastic. If you want her hubby, of course, you can grab Mr. Miracle number 1 for the first appearance of Mr. Miracle. You can grab a decent copy for about $80. New Mutant number 14 is the first time Ileana Rasputin is magic. Also one of those characters where it's kind of all over the place. Her first appearance, I believe, is in giant-sized X-Men number 1 as like a child, but you can grab this book for $20. Easy. X-Men Annual 14 for everyone's favorite Cajun mutant. This is first cameo appearance of Gambit. They say cameo, I don't know if I really agree with it personally, but regardless, this one is about $40. DC Comics presents number 26. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. So the Teen Titans people usually think of when they think Teen Titans. This is Beast Boy and Starfire and Robin and Raven. Did I say Cyborg? You know what I mean. It's that crew. Kid Flash, Wonder Girl's there, and this is about $75. Or you could just get the first issue of the iconic run, New Teen Titans number 1. This is Wolfman, this is Perez. I love this. This is the other thing that got me into comics, so I have a huge soft spot. I love this book. I adore everything about it. And this first book you can find for $50. It's one of those ones where it can get tanned or gross pretty easily because it has a white cover, but a nice copy, they're not that hard to find. Or you get the second issue for the first appearance of Deathstroke. I always think this is kind of funny because the second issue goes for more than the first, because the second issue goes for like $80. People love them some Deathstroke, and I can't blame them. Of course, you could get Rom number 1 for the first appearance of my sweet baby boy Rom, the Space Knight. We love Rom. We unironically love Rom. I'm so sorry. But you can get a copy of this for like $20. I will say that if you're just trying to read the run, they do have omnis for it now, but I love Rom. I love Showcase Keys. If number 4 wasn't so expensive, I would definitely try to get the whole run. So in Showcase number 75, you have the first appearance of Hawk and Dove. Great cover, great characters, about $45. Speaking of cool duos, Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, you got first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. That's about $40. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends number 1 is one of my personal favorite characters having their first appearance. It is Firestar. This book is about $35 right now, but you know, it fluctuates. Keeping on with cool ladies, we got Suicide Squad number 23. This is the first Oracle. Barbara Gordon is Oracle, but you know, there's a pretty good story about her in the Suicide Squad run. And this issue you can find pretty easily for $20. Again, I've been lucky enough to find this one in the dollar bins a few times. Superman Adventures number 5. This is the first appearance of Livewire, a character that was popularized in the cartoon because she's awesome. And you can find this for about $40. It's one of those books that's a little harder to find in nice condition because that's what happens with kids comics, because kids don't take care of their pieces of paper, which is lovely. I love that they read their books and adore them, but it's a little extra challenging to find a nice copy. Tales of the Teen Titans 44. This is the first appearance of Nightwing. Dick Grayson had been around for a long time. He was Robin before this issue. Basically, Robin was really popular in the new Teen Titans comic, but at some point they wanted to reuse Robin in the Batman titles. They were like, give him back. And they were like, no, but we'll give you the title. We'll give you his name. So he got to become Nightwing in this issue. Honestly, you can get good copies of this for like $50, which is kind of surprising to me just because of how popular Nightwing is now. Thor 364. Oh, I wish I was wearing my Throg sweatshirt. Thank you, Nate and Brandy, for my favorite hoodie. Thor 364 is the first appearance of Thor as a frog. Note that it is technically not Throg, but you can grab this for like $10, and this 3-issue story is very fun. X-Men 141 for an iconic storyline. This is the first issue of Days of Future Past, and this one is a little pricier for this video. It is about 90 bucks. You can definitely find some beat copies for cheap though. Vengeance #1, first appearance of America Chavez. She used to be a little pricier before movies, but right now you can find a good copy for about 60 bucks plus gorgeous stiletto covers in this whole series, and it's only like 6 issues. World's Finest #153 is one of like the first keys I got because I thought it was really funny. This is the issue where the Batman slapping Robin meme panel comes from. It is in the opposite direction. They flip it for comedic effect in the memes, but this is the issue that it's from. I love this book. It's so fun. This is also like a really cool when you get to add to your collection. You get to tell people about it. You get to seem really smart, you know? And this one is only like 75 bucks despite being iconic and old. Amazing Spider-Man 210. This is a book that has seen better days. It's first appearance of Madam Web. You can grab this for like 35 bucks now. It's crazy. She was great in the Spider-Man cartoon, so Omega Man #3. This is the first appearance of Lobo, the main man. You can get this for like 70 bucks right now. This is another one that goes up and down a lot because there's huge talks of him being in DC movies. I forget if it's official or not. Makes sense if he would be. I just assume he is, honestly. But I always like to say that nerds have short-term memory. So whenever something's announced, I always like, you know, you wait a little bit and there's a huge dip. So 70 bucks, good price. It's a fun book. But if you don't want specifically Lobo and you want maybe a little bit of like a weirder spec pick, Teen Titans #20 is the first appearance of Crush, Lobo's daughter. She's cool, she's queer, I feel like there's a good chance they end up using her in something. And you can grab that really easily for like 10 bucks. There is a cool ratio variant that has a design variant of her that you might like though. Thor 337, this is the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. I have not read this story arc, even though it's really iconic. Sorry, Sean. But this book is like 70 bucks. And it is iconic as hell. Transformers #1 from the original run. This is about 60 bucks. This whole run seems really cool, and it was originally supposed to be a miniseries, if I remember correctly. Batman 386, the first appearance of Black Mask. This is one of the Batman rogues I'm missing, and I really need to get this book. Good copies of this will run you about 60 bucks. Watchmen #1. This is an iconic book. It's one of the most famous, most important comics, especially of the more modern days. And you can get a good copy of the first issue for like 45 bucks. And also, the entire run is like 12 issues, so at this point, might as well grab them all. You can get the rest for probably about 20 a pop. X-Men 221 is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, fan favorite, and you can grab that for like $45. Hellblazer #1. I love my boy John Constantine. This run is so important, and it went on for so long. It's some of the best of like, you know, that juicy DC Vertigo days. You get a good copy for like $45. Batman: The Killing Joke, first printing. I believe there's like 12? I could be wrong, but you can tell based on the color of his cufflink and the title. But first print, like 40 bucks. New Mutants 87. This is the first appearance of Cable. This book specifically, the cover, I often find kind of ranges from like just how it was printed of being more orange or more red, but when you find one, it's got the big pop of red. Oh, I love it. It can just be so vibrant. But that one will run you about 90 bucks. Amazing Spider-Man 361. This is the first appearance of obviously the Superior symbiote. This is the first appearance of Carnage. And you can grab this one for like $85. If you're willing to get one that's not so nice though, you can definitely get that one for quite a bit cheaper. It often has bindery tears at the bottom, so if you are being picky about condition, check on that bottom. Darkhawk #1, first appearance of Darkhawk. Hell yeah. This book will run you like 20 books. 20 books? 20 books? You have to trade 20 books for this one book. I'm sorry. This book will run you about 20 bucks. And if you're hunting for a nice copy, you can try to get a 9.8, and that usually, I think, goes for like $200. Fact check me, because I did not check that before saying it. Infinity Gauntlet #1, some more Prez goodness. This iconic story is only 6 issues long. This cover is great. The book is really cool, it's fun, it's iconic, it's important. And you can get the first issue for like 20 bucks in decent condition. Uncanny X-Men 283, this is the first appearance of Bishop. Our big, hunky Bishop. And you can literally get this book for like 10 bucks. Forever People #1 is the first full appearance of Darkseid. This is his first cameo. Usually runs for like a little bit more, but I do like this one a lot. I do also just like the Jimmy Olsen series a lot. But Forever People #1, I'm trying to get the whole run. It's his first full, and it's like 70 bucks. New Gods #1. Great book, cool series. I love all this like Herbie cosmic DC stuff. Can you see this right here? Hold on. Yeah. I love all the Fourth World stuff. These are the two absolutes collecting Jack Kirby's Fourth World in the DC Universe. A New Gods #1 will only run you like $60. Demon #1, first Demon. We're really staying on a Kirby run right here. I love Demon. I have every issue of this original run. First issue, $60. I love the colors. This is just a really fun one to go for. Conan the Barbarian #23. This is the first appearance of Red Sonja. A lot of times I cite it as first cameo, but I don't really see an argument for it being cameo personally, but your mileage may vary. Regardless, you can get a good copy of this book for like $65, but because people don't know Conan all that well, you can find this one on the cheap if you are diligent. For another kind of weird one, much weirder, Fear #19 is the first appearance of Howard the Duck. This is also one that I find people just don't know is a key. They just don't mark anything in the whole Fear run up at all. This book is like $70, but again, I've definitely found this one on the cheap before. All-Star Comics #58. This is the first appearance of Power Girl. I adore Power Girl. I think you can get this for about $60. Eternals #1, first appearance of the Eternals. I have never read this, and I would like to, but this is only like $30. You can definitely find it for cheaper very easily. Marvel Premiere #47. I tried so many times to say that, and I was getting so twisted. This is the first Scott Lang as Ant-Man. Obviously, the superior Ant-Man. I will take no contest on that one. You can get this for like $60. Savage She-Hulk #1. This is the first appearance of She-Hulk. I adore She-Hulk. Savage She-Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk are both fantastic. Sensational is definitely a little more fun, but this issue is only like $50. I find it in that 30 to 60 range all the time, and it's so weird to me. Like, I always expect it to be more. Teen Titans #12. This is the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Like, cult favorite character. People love Batman Who Laughs. It's one of the things that gets asked about the most at our stores. This runs about $50, but if you're looking in stores, you can definitely be lucky because a lot of people just don't know, and they just put it back in their normal back issues. All New Wolverine #2, first appearance of Honey Badger. I love this book if you've never read it. It's by Tom Taylor. There is an omnibus for it, just all collected into one. Great book, and Honey Badger is basically X-23's sister. She's really cool and really funny. First appearance of X-23 is very expensive, but for good reason, so I feel like this is a great next best thing. And you could definitely grab it for $40. If you're sly, you can grab it for less. There is also a second print that's pretty pricey too, so if you ever find that for cheap, snipe it up too. Star Wars Darth Vader #3. This is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. I feel like it's honestly kind of low right now. You can get it for like $45. It was creeping over $100 for a very long time, so I feel like it's a good time to buy it personally. But I'm also like, I'm not well into the Star Wars comics. I'm not the best person to ask for that. All New Ghost Rider #1 for first appearance of Robbie Reyes. He's my favorite Ghost Rider. He has a cool sports car and we love him. You can get that for like $40. Black Panther #2. This is the first appearance of Shuri. It's like $40 right now, but it's really down right now. I mean, the whole market in general is kind of down right now. You can get this closer to $20, honestly. It's kind of wild. I was very surprised when I was looking for this video. Bloodstone #1. First appearance of Elsa Bloodstone, who I adore. I originally wasn't going to look this up for this video because I just assumed it was over 100, but it's like $80. It's a little all over the place, but it's down. So like, I'm kind of thinking about grabbing this again. Her first run, I believe, is only 4 issues, and it's super cool. Alias #1 for first appearance of Jessica Jones. Kind of a newer, badass character. You can grab this for $60. The whole run is fantastic, though. I love this book. It is like peak Bendis at Marvel, in my opinion. Sentry #1 for first appearance of Sentry. Kind of a hot commodity right now if you're watching the movies right now. I won't spoil if you don't keep up with them and you want to, but I love Sentry. This first run is awesome. It's a really cool book to try and find with a black cover. You can get this for about $70 right now. I definitely expected it to be higher. Stormwatch #4. I am telling you this hoping that you don't snipe up every copy for me because I've been looking for this book for a long time and I have not found one that I want. I look for it at cons. I just don't see it very often. I want this book. Please don't take them all. This is first Midnighter and Apollo. I love them both. Specifically a big Midnighter person. It's like $75. But again, please, like, leave one copy for me. Incredible Hulk $4.49. First appearance of Thunderbolts. That's the name of one of the movies out right now, so I feel like I don't need to worry about spoiling that one. But this one is kind of surprisingly only like $50 right now. I personally saw Thunderbolts and thought it was really fun, and I loved it, so cool book. It is a different team though, for the record. Static #1, first Static Shock. There's a lot of talks of bringing this character back into doing more things again. Main character in a very popular cartoon a while ago. A hot minute ago, like, you know, a generation ago. Oh my god. But you can find this for like $10. It's crazy. And this is one of those ones that's a little more volatile. It shoots up really hard when it shoots up, but again, right now, just go grab it for $10. This is one of the ones that you can find like polybagged with extra goodies as well. There's different covers. It's fun. I like this book. Especially since you can find it in dollar bins all the time. Batman Vengeance of Bane #1. This is the first appearance of Bane. This is like $85. It's a cool book. Bane is cool. It is square bound, so you know, watch out for that condition-wise, but I like this one. I love Bat Rogues, though. I always try to collect them when I can. And last but not least, this is one that I find extremely surprising. Avengers 43. This is the first appearance of the Red Guardian. This book is from, I believe, 1967? 1960s for sure. Silver Age Avengers. This is a first key, and he's also, like, on the cover. Like, this is a great cover first appearance of a character who's, like, really popular in the MCU right now. He's been in a few movies over the years, so I feel like I can say that. David Harbour, relatively well-known actor, plays the Red Guardian. A kind of fan favorite. I love David Harbour, and I think he's really great in this role. You can grab this for, like, 60 bucks. Wild to me. Crazy to me. But great book, and I thought it'd be kind of a fun one to tie up our list of 100 books. So once again, if you have a book that you would like to add, please let me know. We can talk about a bunch of more books in the comments, and maybe I'll do a part 2 or do different price points. But if you like this, subscribe, leave me lots of comments. I love chatting in the comments below. I also have a Discord you can join, and you can talk with me and a bunch of other nerds. It's in the description. Come check it out. It's a blast. And you can also find me on all the other usual places. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, friends. Bye. Detective Comics 700... Nope, not that. Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 3. This is the first appearance of Killer Croc. Nope. Oh, no, face. Oh. Conan the Bennett. Marvel premiere for Tessa. Marvel premiere. Marvel premiere. Marvel premiere. Marvel premiere.